Ang akin kasi, I do not want to dismantle or to destroy houses unless there is a relocation site. Yeah, in the Philippines, along highways all throughout. Pati yung dito sa dagat, yeah, nandyan rin yung mga, let's call a spade, mga squatter. Squatters, but they are Filipinos. And their only fault is that they are poor. And that is why we have to grapple with reality and how to go about fixing a place or building whatever infrastructure. But I am not in favor of starting to dismantle the houses. If they are driven out of the spaces along the highways, they will look for a place to transfer to, and invariably the other option open for them is to look for rivers, and then they will start to build houses along the river. And that is why when these catastrophes happen, they are the ultimate sacrifice. Wala kasi tayong maalagyan.
The Newsday continues here on One News Now. I'm Charles Lejano. To prevent more damage to homes during the next typhoons, the Environment Department is prohibiting some victims of Odette in certain parts of Siargao from rebuilding their houses along the seashore. Marian Enriquez with the details.
Residents of Burgos and Siargao witnessed the strong winds and rain that battered their area during Typhoon Odette's onslaught. Everything was ruined. All houses were wiped out. Among those rendered homeless was 76-year-old Nanay Santa from Poblacion Dos. She said the typhoon spared nothing from her home.
Wala na kaming bahay, wala na kaming damit. Lahat-lahat ng gamit din na ng alon. Lahat talaga, wala.
Rogelio meanwhile used the wood and roofing he managed to salvage from his old house. Strong waves also destroyed the 3-meter-high seawall in the area. Fortunately, no casualties and missing persons were reported in the town. The Environment Department says they will prohibit residents from returning to the seashore to rebuild their homes. Instead, they will allot lands for relocation under the Protected Area Community-Based Resource Management Agreement or PACBARMA.
Ang importante po, meron po sila mapagtatayuan ng bahay nila dahil hindi na po sila papayagan sa ating pong karagatan.
The government will provide construction materials. A tree planting activity is also underway. But the LGU continues to ask for more relief assistance.
Kulang pa rin. Yung stock na nakapile dito, kulang pa rin. Kasi 6 na barangay ang sakop ng Burgos. Oo, so kulang pa rin. So we need additional food supply. And the temporary shelter.
For News 5, Marian Enriquez, we are One News.
Aboitiz Power says it's aiming to restore electricity for 80% of their affected customers in Visayas by January 10. Spokesperson Sui Suarez tells One News' agenda that the firm is on track to restore power for at least 20 or 30% of their affected customers in Visayas before the year ends. Aboitiz Power also thanked other companies, including Meralco, for helping them restore power to parts of Visayas affected by Typhoon Odette.
Magandang storya nga dito, Sito, is there's a lot of bayanihan going on here. Alam mo, maraming mga iba't ibang mga distribution utilities and electric cooperatives from the other parts of the country. They have sent, their men and equipment over to Cebu. And I'd like to mention them here and to thank them because sila yung tinatawag natin new frontliners ngayon. Yeah. So these are men who came from Meralco, Cepalco, San Fernando Electric, Angeles Electric, Dagupan Electric, Tarlac Electric, and Iligan Light.
With just 3 more days left in 2021, people are now scrambling to buy fruits to welcome the new year. Just how much do these round fruits cost these days, and when's the right time to buy? Laila Pangilinan tells us in this report.
To avoid the influx of customers buying rounded fruits for New Year's Eve, some customers opted for an earlier visit to Divisoria. Carmen Plana Street, which is known as the fruit hub of Divi, is more than ready to welcome the crowd. There are stalls everywhere to cater to customers buying retail or wholesale boxes of rounded fruits, which are a must-have at the dining table for those who wish for good luck and fortune in welcoming the new year. Staff of fruit storages say that profit-wise, this year is an improvement compared to last year.
Last year wala ho. Lugi. Ngayon medyo nakakabawi na po.
Ferdinand, a driver for a fruit dealer, says he takes several trips back and forth to the airport to pick up mangosteens and other fruits from Davao. He shares that prices unexpectedly increased as an effect of Typhoon Odette's wrath in the region.
Sobrang dami ng nagpapakuha. Sobrang dami ng mga mo-order. Kaya hindi kaya ng aeroplano. Kaya yung iba ko na-upload. Naiiwan po.
Prices of imported fruits like pongkan also rose by almost 100% from last year. A box of 100 pieces of pongkans now costs 700 pesos compared to last year's 480 pesos. Vendors and stall owners say that the increase will greatly cripple the sales.
Gusto rin po nilang kumita. Kahit na 10 pesos lang po, basta maramihan yung kukunin, ayun, nandoon na tayo. Kay bultuhan naman yun eh.
Because of the high prices, some customers will not complete their traditional display of 12 fruits on their dining table this year.
Kung ilan na lang ngayon, di na katulad dati. Practical na tayo ngayon. Kung ano na lang masarap kainin, yun talagang makakain. Pagka hindi mo naman display lang, wag na lang, sayang.
Carlos, on the other hand, will try to complete the 12 rounded fruits with a budget of 300 pesos.
Kailangan lang para sa lamesa lang. Yung mura lang, kasi mahirap lang ako eh. Hindi pwedeng yung mahal ang kunin ko.
Ano po ba ang trabaho ni sir?
Tindero lang ako.
Pero sir,
naglalako lang ako ng
antena. Vendors and fruit stall owners say it is possible for prices of fruits to take a dip on December 31, especially if stocks are not moving. But the downside and challenge of last-minute fruit shopping in Divisoria is the crowd and the impossibility of physical distancing. For News 5, Laila Pangilinan, We Are One News.
In other news, the Dolomite Beach in Manila Bay reopens today. To tell us more about this, we have Dale De Vera. He's reporting to us live from Manila. Dale, good morning. Could you tell us about the reopening? And are you seeing lots of visitors there right now, Dale?
Charles, the Manila Bay Dolomite Beach reopens today until tomorrow, but limits the number of visitors to ensure that safety protocols will be followed. After more than a month of closure and maintenance, the public may now visit the Manila Bay Dolomite Beach again. All they need to do is schedule an appointment at least a day before to secure a time slot. The number of visitors is limited to 300 at any given time to avoid overcrowding. The walk-ins will be permitted but subject to slot availability. DNR admits managing the crowd is not an easy task, especially that there is still a pandemic. That's why they created the appointment system. In the appointment system, you will be asked for your details, including your vaccination status. Children aged 12 and up will be allowed to visit the Dolomite Beach, as well as senior citizens, PWDs, and pregnant women. And vaccination cards will be checked at random. Charles, according to the DNR, we will have to wait for the IATF guidelines on whether children below aged 11 and below will be allowed inside the Dolomite Beach as they are yet to be vaccinated. Charles?
Thanks for that, Dale. That was Dale De Vera reporting live from Manila. Here's a quick look at some of today's headlines. Health experts warn of another possible surge in COVID-19 cases by January. The Health Department clarifies they will no longer issue social media cards for COVID-19 case updates, but they will continue releasing case bulletins through their website. And Signal Entertainment's Big Night is the big winner in this year's Metro Manila Film Festival, Gabi ng Parangal. And those are the top stories at this hour. Join us later at 2 p.m. as we continue to monitor the day's biggest stories. You can also catch One News on Signal Play. Just register for a free account at www.signalplay.com so you can stream One News live anytime, anywhere. I'm Charles Lejano. Mask on, wash hands, and stay safe, Philippines. We are One News.